So, as Rabbi Eric said, at this time we pause to engage in the sacred act of remembering. We remember the people that we have loved and lost. We remember those upon whose shoulders we stand. We remember the generations of people who came before us, making it possible for us to find ourselves here in this moment doing the work of teshuvah, of repentance. It's interesting to think about remembering our loved ones in the context of our intensive work of repentance. Sure, we observe the ritual of Yizkor because, after all, it's tradition. And surely the somber mood of reflecting on our mistakes and making amends is well suited to the similarly solemn act of memory and attending to the feelings of grief, whether they are new and raw or more weathered and integrated into our being. But I began to wonder this year if there isn't something even deeper going on. On Yom Kippur, we honor the spirituality of imperfection. We acknowledge that as humans, we all make mistakes. We are works in progress until the very end. This is actually a very countercultural idea. In a country and a culture which loves to project images of perfect bodies, perfect resumes, and perfect records, our Jewish faith is centered on the idea that we are all prone to err, and we always have room to grow. Even more, we don't even aspire to the model of perfection. The word perfect does not exist in the Hebrew language. The closest we even get to the word in Hebrew is tam, which means whole. On Yom Kippur, we wrest our self-image from the broader culture, which worships perfection or illusions of perfection, and reclaim our humanity by acknowledging that we will miss the mark over and over again. Rather than defend against that knowledge, we embrace our messiness and move forward into the new year knowing that this is what it is to be human. As Jews, we hold ourselves accountable to the work of growth and repentance, not perfection. As we think about the people we have loved and lost, we may become flush with feelings of regret in ourselves. Things we might have done differently had we known better or chosen better. Perhaps we wish we had said certain things and not said others. We may also reflect on those who have passed and feel conflicted about the ways in which they fell short and didn't meet our expectations, needs, or desires. I can recall the time a congregant, after offering a praising eulogy upon the death of her mother, admitted to me that her mother also had profound shortcomings. She felt guilty speaking badly about her mother after she died. But this was the truth. I can recall another occasion when a congregant shared with me about his regret in having left many things unsaid to his father. Despite all the beautiful ways he cared for his father until his final days, there was deep regret over not having the courage to say what was ultimately in his heart. And to all of this imperfection in ourselves and in those we have lost, I say, let it rise. Let the thoughts and feelings show up, and then let them pass. We are all wounded and healing, broken and whole, knowing and unknowing. This is a moment of both taking account and offering forgiveness. It's about getting very specific about our hurts and our failings, and then releasing them and allowing mercy to overwhelm strict justice. The truth of our lives and the lives of those who have passed is, in all likelihood, a whole heap of paradoxes. But paradox is one of our most valued spiritual possessions, for it allows us to be a better witness to the truth. In the words of psychologist Carl Jung, only the paradox comes anywhere near to comprehending the fullness of life, and I would add, to death. Most of us are pretty amazing, and as they say in the South, a hot mess. And so too with those who have died. Each of them had radiant and extraordinary parts, and broken ones too. May this time for memory and reflection be one of loving acceptance of those we have lost and of ourselves, imperfections and all.